What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we're going to open up another collector box of Bloomburrow. It's actually pre-release day, so happy pre-release Bloomburrow Day, everybody. Before we jump into today's video, I do want to give a shout out to Night and Day Games. That's Night with a K here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I found their sealed box pricing to be really competitive, and I've been purchasing more and more of my own sealed product from them, which is actually where this box came from. So if you're in the market to buy sealed boxes, give them a search, check them out. Yeah, so with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and let's crack some packs. Bloomburrow. So obviously, you know, it is pre-release day. We're not going to talk pricing. We're a couple weeks away from that. I definitely think there's some excitement about some of the cards in this set. I know I have some excitement specifically about a few things that I would love to pull. I'd love to see one of those borderless 3-tree villages for come out of this. That's one thing I'm looking for. Obviously, we're on the lookout for raised foils. We pulled one in our first box. So, anyways, let's see what we get here. Start off with a Keen-Eyed Curator in the Showcase foil. Actually, I think this is actually a pretty good card. I'm going to put that up top. We have our first Imagine card. We have our Imagine Critters, Birds of Paradise. My count on the Imagine stuff was pretty high the first time around in the first collector box. I'm interested to see if that stays a trend. I think I pulled like, what, 7 or 8 of them or something like that. So one early here, more borderless birds. Cruel Claws Heist. Card I kind of like. I'm curious to see if it's playable. The gift a card mechanic seems very, very interesting. And then 20-Toed Toad as our commander card. And then we end with an Essence Channeler as a pack foil rare. Got our land cards. Of course, we have seasonal land cards in this set. And then we have our uncommons, which there does seem to be some strong uncommons. Yeah, that's all right for pack one. Obviously a very creature-centric set, which I actually think is one of the appeals of it. But I think it's going to be a very aggressive set, right? Like, seems like to be a lot of low-to-the-ground power. Okay, here we go. Next rare is the Manifold Mouse in the Showcase foil. Offspring, I think, is a strong mechanic. At the beginning of combat on your turn, mouse control gains your choice of double strike or trample. All right, I'm going to put that up top. First, ooh, hey! I did not get one of these in the first box I opened. This is, and by this I mean the actual Mythic, nor the Field Notes version, which is kind of like the schematic version, but for animals. So we have a Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest. This is a 5/5 bird dragon with flying. I won't read it all out. It's an interesting card. I'm curious to see if it finds a home in Standard. But the Field Notes, excuse me, variant, I think is actually pretty cool. Then a Fabled Passage. Welcome back, Fabled Passage. Originally of, what, Throne of Eldraine? That seems correct. And it was reprinted weirdly in like Core 2021. I think this is a good home for this. And welcome back to Standard. And then after that, we have ourselves a Garruk the Cursed in the Imagine Critter version. Good old Garruk the Cursed. Cool mythic. It is a mythic nonetheless. Put that there. So we got an Imagine Critters mythic. And then we have Mabel, Heir to Cragflame, which I think is actually a really solid rare. Then we have our land. We have seasonal lands now. I think I kind of talked about that the first time around. It's not enough that we actually have just extended our lands now. The lands have their own levels of rarity because you have seasons. You have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And those Field Notes cards look pretty cool. Okay. Next up, there is a lot. The card under the token always seems to stick to it. I think that's going to be a challenge. All right, Mist Breath Elder, 1 for a 2/2. This card is also very, very intriguing to me. But at the very least, 1 for a 2/2 seems pretty good. So that's our Showcase rare. Put that up top just because I like the card. And then we have a Mockingbird into Castrel the Wind-Crested, also in the Showcase version. Echoing Assault as the commander card. And then a Paw Patch Recruit, another low to the ground, 1 for a 2/1 Offspring that also does some fun things. Eat Your Heart Out, Savannah Lions. Bare Knuckle Boxer, some uncommons, and our commons after that. Okay, into pack number 4. I think we've hit anything super, super spicy yet, but it's hard to tell, right? Like, I mean, who knows? And with rotation happening in Standard, it's kind of a whole new ball game now, right? Okay. Ooh, we have a Mythic. What do we got going on here? Ooh, hey! That's sweet. So that is a Mythic Imagine Critter Luminous Broodmoth in the borderless foil. That's actually really sweet. Luminous Broodmoth, originally from Ikoria. And this is a really good card. So that seems like a fun hit. Again, no idea what pricing will shake out to be like, but the fact that this is Luminous Broodmoth has a lot of application to it. So that's a really cool card. Next up, we have Teferi. Hey, we have another Imagine Critter, and this time it's Bird Fairy. 3 Fairy, Bird Fairy. Bird is the word, because that guy wasn't a menace as it is. Tender, Wild Guide in the showcase, and Mrs. Bumbleflower. So this is a Commander Mythic. What do you do? 4 for 1/5, whenever you can. Oh, I remember reading this card. That's right. Interesting Commander, Rabbit Citizen. Sure, why not? And then a Valley Floodcaller in the pack foil. Oh, that was a cool pack. I mean, that Broodmoth is really, really sweet. Didn't hit a special guest in the first box, so would not be opposed to hitting one in this box either. We did get an Imagine Critter borderless foil, Luminous Broodmoth. And we also got a Teferi Time Raveler in the bird version. Okay, what does Pack 5 have in store for us? It's another Mythic. Oh, hey, there's a special guest. It's Kindred Charge. So we have a borderless foil Kindred Charge. Choose a creature type. For each creature you control of the chosen type, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste and then exile them at the beginning of turn. Really, really sweet. That's really cool. I think that's kind of a cool hit. Another Mythic behind that. Oh, let's go. Really like this card as well. Kitsa, the Otterball Elite. 2 for 1/3 Vigilance, Prowess. Tap to draw a card and then discard a card. And then copy 2 and tap. Copy target instant resource spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if it has 3 power or greater. And that seems pretty easy to do with Prowess, right? So this is a card I was actually really excited about. Really, really happy to pull one. Iridescent Vine Lasher in the Extended. Also a card that I think has some strong possibilities with that Offspring mechanic. I'll put that up top. And then as the Commander, Steel Burr Champion. And then 4, the Common Good as the pack foil. Nice. Did not hit a special guest in that first box, albeit we did hit a really nice raised foil. So it's cool to see that come out of this box. I feel like we have some good Mythic selection so far. Some good hits overall. All right, last pack of the first half of the box. We are at technically 3 Imagine Critters, because one is actually 4, right? Because we have Garrick and Luminous Broodmoth. Okay, we have a Prowess Otter as our token. The rare is a Salvation Swan in the showcase. Pretty good. Very, like, we've seen this before, right? In terms of essentially what this card does, and it does obviously have some very good playability to it. So showcase foil Salvation Swan. And then a Mythic. Oh, another Field Notes. This card is very intriguing. It has a lot of hype to it at this point. Obviously, we'll wait to see if it sees play, but triple blue and a colorless for Star. Eluge the Shoreless Sea. Elemental Fish. Power and toughness equal the number of islands you control. Whenever it enters attacks, put a flood counter on target land. If it's an island in addition to its other, types for as long as it has flood counters on it. And the first instant or sorcerer you cast each turn costs 1 blue less or 1 colorless less for each land you control with a flood counter. Super, super cool. And that is in the Field Notes version again. So that's really solid Mythic hit. I think that's really good. Valley Might Caller. Pyreswipe Hawk as our commander card. And Darkstar Augur, which is another card I think is at the very least intriguing. I will put it up top because I like the card. Unsure of its playability or its viability, but it seems good. Okay, well, heck of a first half of the box. We definitely are more lively with the Mythics. For as good as I felt like the first box was, we were seemingly kind of Mythic light. Not the case here, though. Okay. And here's another Mythic. We have a showcase foil Helga Skittish Seer. We did see Helga, I think, in the first box, and I think in the non-showcase version. So, welcome back, Helga. This is cool. Frog Druid. Frogs seem like a pretty strong kindred theme for this set. Starfall Invocation, which is also it's a board wipe, and I'm not sure if it's going to be better than some of the other board wipes we have, but it does have some application to it. I like it. I'll put it up top. Azure Beastbinder in the showcase. Root Cast Apprenticeship as our commander card. And then Hugs. We have another mythic. It's Hugs the Grizzly Guardian. 4 and X for 5/5 trample. When it enters exile, the top X cards of your library until your next turn. You may play those cards, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns. I'm unsure if Hugs is going to be good enough, but I think that's just a speaking to like how far power has come in Magic in general, that I question whether 4 for a 5/5 trample with other abilities is actually going to be viable. It's crazy to say that, right? But I think I really do kind of think that's where we are. Nevertheless, it is also our 9th mythic of the box. That's crazy. Okay, little rat token. Into the Byway Barterer in the extended art foil. Also a card that I think is fairly good. 3 for 3/3 menace. Whenever you expend 4. That just means if you spent your 4th mana casting spells, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. Pretty good. The mythic behind that. The infamous Cruel Claw. This is another card that has a lot of hype to it, a lot of pre-release hype to it. 3 for a 3/3 menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile the cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card, and you may cast that card by discarding a card rather than paying its mana cost. So you do have to tag somebody with it, but it's got menace. It's got the old Menace on it, so it does give it some evasion and make it a little bit easier to get through. Very intriguing card. Again, has a lot of hype to it at this point. We'll see if it actually ends up sticking. Camellia, the Seed Miser in the showcase. I really do like, and I said this last time too, that for the multicolored cards, it represents both colors like that. That's cool. Moonstone Eulogist. Bet you didn't think I knew what a U-googly was. Valley Quest Caller in the pack foil version. We have our land, and into our uncommons and commons after that. Cool. I'm digging this set a lot. Also, 10 mythics with 4 packs to go, counting the one in my hand. Hey, another Imagine Critters. This time it's Teferi. He's back in bird form and in borderless foil form this time as well. That's actually seemingly a pretty sweet hit. Shy of like, what, maybe Jason Liliana? I mean, pretty good hit as far as those planeswalkers are concerned. Wishing Well in the extended art. Mabel, hey, Mabel in the showcase. I really like Mabel. I think this is such a cool looking card as well. Rabbit, I think I did this last time. Rapid Augmenter. Mockingbird, this time in the pack foil. And, ooh, a Winter Plains. Neat. And into our uncommons and commons after that. Okay, 3 packs left. Can I reasonably expect any more mythics? 3 packs seems like a long time to go without pulling one, but it would be wild to get an 11th mythic. Here we go. Jackdaw Savior, 3 for 3/1. Enters, so whenever Savior or another creature you control with flying dies, return another target creature card with lesser mana value from graveyard to play. That's pretty good. Showcase foil Jackdaw. Nissa. We pulled a couple of Nissas last time. Imagine Critter Frog Nissa, who's shaken the world. Dream Dew Entrancer in the extended. A Gate Instigator as our commander card. Valley Might Caller in the pack foil version. And that will do it for that pack. Night Fisher, Wix Patrol, yeah. Commons and uncommons. All right, 2 packs left. We are at, what, 6 now, Imagine Critters? 2 mythics and 4 rares. Pretty good spread. Here we go. Dawn's Truce, or Trait. Yeah, Truce. I had it right the first time. That is a showcase version. I actually kind of like this card. Unsure if it will take off because of the gift Gifting a card is kind of a big deal, but I guess sometimes it's worth it to give hexproof and then also give indestructible as well. At least enjoy that it has the flexibility, right? There's another, it's a Luminous Broodmoth. Yeah, we like that. We're okay with that. So that is our 11th mythic of the box. That is our 3rd Imagine Critter mythic and our 7th overall. Pretty good. Pretty good. Salvation Swan, this time in the showcase. Stop looking at me, Swan. Murmuration in the as the commander card. And then Fabled Passage, our 2nd Fabled Passage, this time in the pack foil version. And that will do it for that pack. So now, I will say that we are on the last pack of our 2nd collector box. And I have, as a rare, yet to pull any of the 3 Tree Cities. The rare land. I know that there's the fancy, of course, the fancy borderless version, which is probably going to be, there's 4 versions of it, seasonal. A little bit harder to pull. But the fact that I haven't pulled any versions of it is pretty wild. Here we go, last pack. Start with an Emberheart Challenger. Pretty good card. 2 for 2/2 haste prowess, so already right up Red's alley. And then Valiant. Whenever Challenger becomes a target of spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. I mean, that seems very playable. That seems extremely playable. Ooh, we have another mythic. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Finally, got a Maha. We got a Maha. It's Feathers Knight. If you are unfamiliar with this card, familiarize yourself with it. It seems incredibly good. And this time we got one. We got one for the first time, and we got it in the field note version. I am super pumped about this. Also, what, our 12th mythic of the box? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And a pile of just really good mythics to go with it. So that's awesome. What a pull. Very, very happy with that. Sheesh. Phineas, Ace Archer in the showcase. Thickest in the Thicket, the commander card. And another mythic to end. It is another infamous Cruel Call, this time in the pack foil version. Wow. All right, so, you know, we may not have hit a 3 Tree City, but we did hit like 13 mythics. So I guess that's pretty cool. Not gonna complain about that. And also, you know, if you're looking at anything pre-release wise as far as like what cards are garnering hype, we have a pile of them because we have 2 infamous Cruel Claws. We have a Maha. We got 2 Broodmoths. One is a foil. The other one is a non-foil. We got Illuge. We got Kitsa. And we got Kindred Charge as a special guest foil. And then a Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest also in the Field Notes version. So really wild box. Wow, okay, I was not expecting whatever I said, a 13 mythic box. That's crazy. So, there you go. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Are you excited about this set? I know I am quite excited about it. I hope that translates because it's genuine. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd be curious to know about what everyone's hype level is for Bloomburrow. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. By all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And have a fun pre-release out there.